Hello children, let's start our class with a small prayer. Close your eyes. Dear God, I bring the lives of my children before your presence. They are precious and valuable. I ask you to bless them, keep them in good health and love. Amen. Okay children, today's class we shall continue with Unit 2, Hydrosphere and Social Science. Okay. So before that we shall recall what we studied in our last class. We studied about hydrosphere, right? Hydrosphere is water on earth. Okay. So earth is made up of land, water and air. So water is necessary for all forms of life. Okay. So 3% of water is found in ground, lakes, ponds, streams and rivers. So our earth is filled with 3/4 of water. In that 71% of water is salt water and only 3% of water is useful for our human beings. Okay, there are 5 major oceans in the world. We studied about Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern and Arctic Ocean. Okay, so these are things we studied in our last class, and we studied about the types of water bodies. We studied about oceans, seas, rivers, lake, gulf. Okay, now we shall continue the types of water bodies. Today's class we shall study about other remaining water bodies, that is bay. So what is a bay? A bay is a body of water which is partially enclosed by land. It is partially enclosed by land. It has a wide mouthed opening of land and is joined to the sea or other large water bodies. Example, Bay of Bengal. Bay of Bengal you all know, right? Yes. So Bay of Bengal is a bay because it is partially enclosed by land. It is partially enclosed by land and it has a wide mouthed opening of land and is joined to the sea or other. So Bay of Bengal is going and joining the Indian Sea. Okay. So this is called as bay. Example is Bay of Bengal. So one tip, Sambar Salt Lake in Rajasthan is one of the important inland saltwater lake. So normally in India all the lakes will be nice water, fresh water only. But in this Sambar Salt Lake in Rajasthan, it is the only one saltwater lake in our country, India. Okay. Next one is lagoon. What is that? Lagoon. So it is a stretch of salt water separated from the sea by a low sand bank. Example, Lake Chilika in Odisha. So it is a stretch. Stretch means long salt water body and it is separated from the sea. It will be separated by the sea by a low sand bank. With the sand it will be separated from the sea. Okay, so it is called as lagoon. Okay, an example is Lake Chilika in Odisha. Next is strait. A strait is a narrow stretch of water which joins two large water bodies. So it is also a water body. It will be very narrow, but it will go and join two water bodies. Example, Palk Strait joining the Bay of Bengal and the Indian Ocean. So Palk Strait is a strait which is joining the Bay of Bengal as well as the Indian Ocean. Okay. So strait means what? It is a narrow stretch of water body and it will go and join two large water bodies. Okay. This is called as strait. Next comes waterfall. So waterfalls we all know. Waterfalls forms when a river flows from a great height. What is that? Waterfalls means what? When a river is flowing from a great height. River is flowing from a great height, it is called as waterfalls. Example, Kutralam waterfalls. You all would have gone to Kutralam waterfalls. So you can see the picture of Kutralam waterfalls here. So waterfalls means water flowing from a greater height. Okay. Okay, fine. Now these are the types of the water bodies. We studied about ocean, sea, lake, river, gulf, bay, lagoon, strait, waterfall. So these are the water bodies. Okay, from these, all these water bodies forms the hydrosphere. All these water bodies forms the hydrosphere. Okay. Okay, now you can see the map here. Here they have given many important rivers of our country, India. Okay, so you can see the river Kaveri, Krishna, Godavari, Tapti, Narmada, Mahanadi, Yamuna, Ganga, Brahmaputra. All these rivers are there in a country. Okay, and you can see the seas also. Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal. So Arabian Sea is a sea, Bay of Bengal is an example for bay, Indian Ocean is an example for ocean. Okay. We should be very careful about how we use the water. Okay. We have the choice to conserve water resource or pollute them. So either we can protect the water resource or we can destroy the water. We have only two choice. But water pollution is a common phenomenon around us. So water pollution you can see everywhere. Everywhere water is getting polluted now. We throw garbage, joint, sewage to rivers and so on. What we do? We are throwing all the rubbish, garbages into the street, river, lakes and all, and what we are doing? We are directing the drainage water to go and join the rivers. So these things and all will pollute the water, making river water contaminated and not fit for use. So all these things we are doing and we are contaminating the river water and we are not taking care of these rivers, and what we are doing? We are not able to use that water. This increases the scarcity of water for household use. So only from the lake, river and all only we are getting water. Because of that water only we are surviving. If we pollute these kind of water, what will happen? At last we will not get any water and we will have a scarcity of water and we will what happen? We cannot find water anywhere. So these things we should not do. We should safeguard the water and we should do all rainwater harvesting and we should save rainwater. We should not waste water. All these things we have to do. Children, you can easily do these. Take water in a bucket for bathing instead of using shower. So taking and bathing from bucket is less water, but using shower will be having more water. Okay, so we can switch to using of bucket. After washing vessels, check if the taps are closed. Do not put plastic garbage when you go near beaches. It is very dangerous for the aquatic life. Okay, so we are getting water from rain, that we know. Water we are getting from rain. So how this rain happens? That is called as water cycle. There is a water cycle that occurs continuously. Water changes its state from solid, liquid, gas in this cycle. Okay, so we shall read about water cycle now. The stages involved in a complete water cycle are: stage 1 is evaporation. Stage 1 is evaporation. You all know what is evaporation. Okay, so now the heat of the sun falls on the water bodies like oceans, seas, lakes, rivers, etc. What happens? The heat from the sun coming and falling on the water bodies like ocean, seas, lakes and rivers, etc. What happens when heat falls on the water? It will start evaporating. The water slowly evaporates as vapor into the air. தண்ணி சூடானவுடனே அது என்ன ஆகுது? எவாப்ரேட் ஆகி ஆவியாகி காத்தோட கலந்து it is going up, right? Stage 2, condensation. As the vapor rises high, that water vapor going up, when it reaches high, it gets cooler because of the cool temperature. So going higher and higher, what will happen? The temperature will be cool. As the vapor rises high, the cooler temperature makes them cool down and turn back into liquid. What happened? It is going up when it reaches I position, it is getting cooler and that vapor is turning off into liquid. Okay, vapor turning to liquid, it is called as condensation. It is called as condensation. Water into water vapor, evaporation. Okay, water vapor into water, condensation. Okay, wind moves the liquid around, leading to the formation of the clouds. What happened? It is get condensed and water vapor turns into water, and what happens? This air around it will move the liquid and these liquid will form a clouds. These liquids will form a clouds. Okay. After stage 3, it is called as precipitation. It is called as precipitation. What happened? Wind moves causes the cloud particle to collide. Again, because of the wind, these cloud particle will get collides. Collides means onnoda onnu serathu. Okay, they become rain bearing clouds. So what happened? Because of this collision, the clouds will become rain bearing clouds and fall back onto the earth's surface by the process known as precipitation. So clouds falling as rain is called as precipitation. Clouds falling as rain is called as precipitation. This may occur in the form of rain, hail, snow or dew depending upon the temperature condition. So, number urlalam it will fall it as rain. Okay. So, in cool countries it may be in the form of snow, right? So, rain, hail means we will know it is, we'll call it as in Tamil Alangatti Malai. Okay, it will be in a form of big ice. Okay, then snow you all know, or dew means we will pani. Okay, in winter season and all we will get this few drops. Okay, this is called as dew depending upon the temperature condition. Stage 4 is round off and infiltration. The water either runs off into ocean, rivers and ground surface or is absorbed into the soil. This cycle continues. What happened? During precipitation, rain is coming and it is coming to the ground. It is filling the lakes, rivers, oceans and all. Okay, that is called as round off. Or the rain is falling on the ground, it is absorbed by the land. So that is called as infiltration. This cycle continues. Again what happened? Again the sun will come, it will gives us heat and again water will be evaporated and go up as water vapor, and again clouds will form condensation and these clouds will be giving raining, that is precipitation. Again precipitation, water will come to the land. Again this process will continue. So this is called as water cycle. So you can see the picture here. In the lake water is collected. Okay, because of the sun's heat evaporation is happening and the water vapor is going up and forming the clouds. Because of wind, rain clouds or that black color clouds are formed. First it will form a normal white color cloud and after the collision black color rain clouds will formed, and again rain precipitation, that is rain will happen and that water will come and store it in the lakes. Again the collection, again sun will come, again evaporation will happen, again the condensation will happen, again precipitation will happen. This process will be keep on repeating. This is called as water cycle. Okay, I think now you understood what is water cycle. So it contains 4 stages, that is evaporation, condensation, precipitation, round off and infiltration. Okay. So this all is there in this chapter. We completed this chapter. Now we shall quickly recall what we studied. So earth is made up of land, water and air. Earth is necessary for all life forms. Okay, water is necessary for all life forms. 3% of water is found in ground, lakes, ponds, streams and rivers. There are 5 major oceans in the world: the Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern and Arctic. Waterfalls forms when river falls from a great height. We should use water carefully. So then we studied about water cycle. Okay children, these are things we studied in this chapter. We studied about hydrosphere. What is hydrosphere? Hydrosphere is water on Earth. We studied about types of water body. We studied about ocean, sea, river, lake, bay, gulf, lagoon, strait, all these things we studied. And we studied about importance of water, how we have to safeguard the water, what are the ways to protect the water, all these things we studied. Then we studied about water cycle. Water cycle has 4 stages, that is evaporation, condensation, precipitation and runoff and infiltration. Okay children, take care. Thank you. Bye.